And as we talk about our members of Congress, I want to bring in a United States Senator, Senator Tammy Duckworth, a retired Army National Guard Lieutenant Colonel, helicopter pilot, now a distinguished member of the Senate Armed Services Committee. Senator Duckworth, thank you for joining us. I know that in all that you have witnessed in your life, that this is unlike anything you've ever seen.
It is unlike anything I've ever seen on domestic soil, that is for sure. You know, I spent my entire adult life defending our Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. It never, ever occurred to me in a million years that that domestic threat would occur on the steps of the U.S. Capitol after being incited by the President of the United States. This is a shameful day, but I will not be deterred from doing my job and certifying these electoral college ballots today.
What are you calling on your colleagues to do in terms of counting those electoral votes?
Well, I'm calling on them to stay here and continue with the proceedings. We are all now located in a safe location in the Capitol. They have collected us from all of the places that we were safely securing ourselves, and it looks like we're going to be able to continue with the proceedings. I have made it clear to my colleagues that I want to continue. The good news is that one of the staff members was very, very quick thinking, and she actually was able to grab and secure the electoral college ballots and bring them with her to this location. So we have them with us, and we will be able to proceed as long as Mitch McConnell calls us back into session.
This is such an important piece of news, Senator Duckworth. The electoral votes are secure. They are secure with the senators who are in a secure place there in the United States Capitol. And what is your understanding from leadership about, so your understanding is everybody wants to get this done tonight?
Well, from the Democratic side, I'm chatting with the Democratic senators. I've not had a chance to sit down and chat with the Republican side. The Democratic senators are on a group chat together, and that has been our consensus as we're chatting back and forth, that we want to continue. I am going to approach some of my Republican colleagues and try to encourage them to agree to move forward and to pressure Senator McConnell into reconvening the Senate so that we can move forward.
And are you just secure with Democratic senators and the Republican senators are secure in a different location?
No, we are all together in one big room, including staff members. And what they're doing right now is they're doing a roll call. They're calling senators' names and finding those who were not on the floor and bringing those senators. They're sending out, for example, myself. I was not on the floor when the breach occurred. I was actually in the tunnels and was told by the Capitol Police not to proceed on the train in the underground tunnels to the floor, to instead go and to barricade myself into a secure location, which is where I was when the floor was evacuated. And just a little while ago, a team of Capitol Police came and retrieved me and brought me to this central location where the other senators are, and they're proceeding to do that with all of the remaining senators and staff members who are scattered about the Capitol who didn't happen to be on the floor when the breach occurred.
Are all of you able to see what's happening outside the Capitol, what we're broadcasting right now?
Yes, we have a couple of channels up, and we have 3 big televisions that are playing the news right now.
Well, Senator Duckworth, you know, what we see, of course, is, as you know, sunset in just about 10 minutes from now. We see a number of the Metro D.C. police. We've been told that additional National Guard have been approved by the Pentagon, by the Secretary of the Army, that Maryland and Virginia are also willing to assist. Do you have any understanding to the senators with you about how they're going to move and disperse this crowd?
Well, we are getting a briefing every 20 minutes or so from the Capitol Police. They're coming in the room and giving us a briefing. My understanding is that they're working on clearing the Capitol right now, and that we are just holding tight. Again, we want to make sure that we track down all the staff members that are here and everybody is secure. I will tell you that coming over here with the team that brought me over, we certainly went past quite a large number of Capitol Police, as well as some uniform National Guard personnel who are already on location, and that we are as safe as we can possibly be where we are at right now. But all that we're seeing on TV right now is just what's being broadcast, which is I think, this video footage from earlier in the day. It's showing that people are, walking around through the Capitol Rotunda and the like, and we're watching Mayor Bowser's briefing, and I think his Secretary of the Army is speaking right now, so we're watching that as well.
Major Garrett is with me, Senator. Thank you for your time, and he has a question as well.
Senator Duckworth, Major Garrett, I know in the Capitol there are two families, the House family and the Senate family. I know you're all one big family today, but are you aware of anyone in the Senate family, member or staff, who was injured in this fracas?
I'm not aware of anyone who was injured. Everybody here seems to be fine in good spirits. We are ready to get going again. I think people are just anxiously awaiting to make sure that everyone indeed is safe and that we can get going. And I think I saw the attending physician was walking around making sure and checking up on everybody as well, both senators and staff members.
Best case scenario, when do you think the Senate might reconvene? Tonight?
Tonight, definitely. I mean, that is what I would like, and that's what I have expressed to our leadership. It's also what as I said, the Democratic senators are on a group text together, and we expressed that to our caucus for this purposes. I don't know what the Republican senators are saying. I've not seen Senator McConnell to approach him, but I do know that the Democrats want to keep going with the process.
Senator, I must ask you about the culpability of what has led us to this moment. We spoke earlier with the House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, urging supporters of the president to go home. He said he called the president and asked the president to address the nation, who recorded a short message still claiming that the election was fraudulent, and then saying, time to go home now. Where do you place the blame?
The blame for this is Donald Trump. He is the one that has been spreading conspiracy theories, falsehoods. He is the one who is pressuring governors of states like Georgia and secretaries of state of states like Georgia to fine him missing votes. He is the one that is rejecting the results of this election, which have been certified by all 50 governors. It is this president who has incited his supporters to this violence. And even as he did just now spend barely a minute telling people to go home, he continued to spread lies about the election. This is Donald Trump's fault. He is fully responsible for this today, and it is shameful. I would never in my entire adult life, serving both first in the Army and now in the legislative branch, would ever imagine that it is the President of the United States of America who would be the one to incite violence and have people storm the steps of the United States Capitol. Never would I imagine that this could possibly happen. But it did today. But you know what? Democracy will prevail. We will not be deterred by this unruly mob. We will continue to move forward and follow the guidance of our Constitution and make sure that we carry out the will of the American people. And then we need to get to work, and we need to come together, Democrats and Republicans, and get help to working families and fight this pandemic and get our economy moving again. And we can only do that together as partners. But we have to get through tonight first.
Senator Duckworth, stand by. I want to ask our control room as well to put up in a banner that the D.C. mayor is not only ordering, but enforcing a 6 p.m. curfew. Because
Senator Duckworth, again, Major Garrett, I know you might not have been briefed on this, but I'm just curious, since we have you, a very good source of mine, very connected on all things Capitol Hill, just texted me and said that the word is that the House is going to go into session, but not in the House chamber, but in the Ways and Means Committee room, which is a very large facility that might, in fact, be large enough for a socially distant reconvening of the House. Have you heard anything along those lines? Would that surprise you?
That would not surprise me. I'm familiar with that House chamber, having served in the House myself, and I urge my House colleagues to please do go back into session. And I hope that that will be an indication that Senator McConnell will call us back into session here where we are located. We are in a very large room ourselves, but there is absolutely no room, and there's not much social distancing going on at this point in time. We all have our masks on, of course, but we are pretty tightly gathered together here, but it is the best condition we possibly can, and we are all safe, and we want to continue. So that's good news indeed if the House does go back into session, because I would like the Senate to go back into session as well.
You know, Senator, on that very point, this morning before tens of thousands, Rudy Giuliani and Donald Trump Jr. Were the warm-up acts for the president, and Rudy Giuliani called for trial by combat. The president's son, Don Jr., told congressmen who weren't going to vote to overturn the election, quote unquote, "We're coming for you." How important is it for members of Congress to not act or show that their duty has been delayed or rather stopped because of that rhetoric and the actions of this mob?
I think it is paramount that we continue to move forward with our democratic processes and that we carry out our duties. I think it is very important, not just for our nation and our democracy, but for the world to see that in America, nothing will stop the democratic process from moving forward, and that the will of the people will be carried out, and that we here in the Senate and in the House will not be deterred by mobs.
And I think we'll leave it at that. Senator Duckworth, we thank you so much for your time.